1996, and he won the Copa del Rey as a manager. It's Champions League and La Liga taking the focus. This isn't an afterthought, but he wants to do well. The end of the home support from the 2-0 win against Mallorca on Saturday. 6 changes. We'll miss kickoff if we go through them. So Juan Iglesias, Domingos Duarte and Uche are the
Metropolitano.
Yeah, Diego Rico suspended after a red card in the last round against Pontevedra. Alvaro Rodid and Coba's picked up 3 yellows in 4, so he's suspended as well. For Atleti, well, they're in a position where already he's recovered from an ankle problem. Atleti hoping to break with a little bit of pace here and getting behind Julián Alvarez.
Heavy touch. That pass with the outside of the foot by Samuelino was good. And let's
accumulation of yellow cards. The big boys from the back are forward. Over the heads. Oh, keeper thought about it, stayed put. Had to get that one right. Juan Iglesias. Still a chance for Atleti though. Whacked against his own man. And a 3-on-2 for Atleti with Griezmann.
Say anything to Griezmann because it's Griezmann, but yeah, poor decision making.
Cleared. It wasn't the best header from Yeyu. And by having Galan, keeper thought about it. Header back across goal, 1-0.
Bad clearances for Getafe as well. And look at Giuliano Simeone. He was all making mistakes from the back. Atleti are gonna punish you for that.
With all 8 teams in the top flight, Leganés, Real Madrid, Real Sociedad against Osasuna, Valencia against Barcelona.
To the penalty spot, Joan Bernat is very unlucky because he stumbles and he falls and he cannot fight, or at least make it harder for Giuliano Simeone. Great
top-class opposition. Now Atleti, see what Getafe has to offer, because you know the game plan was to try and keep it tight early. Here's Peter. Here's Juan Iglesias. In the middle, it's gone way over his head. Back in by Juan Iglesias. Climbing Bayer Leverkusen with Atalanta last year. The problem he's had is got away with a heavy touch there. Domingos Duarte a little bit slow in covering. Rodrigo de Paul, Julián.
Simeone's run. That first touch by Rodrigo de Paul was simply delicious.
Here's the goal. De Paul, Giuliano. You don't even think about things when you're playing with as much confidence.
And terrible defensive decision making by Omar for putting Atletico so close to the semifinals. He knows that Rodrigo de Paul is there, but he tries to attack the ball. He gets there. Since Simeone took over, they always pick the weakest link of the defense.
Spoke about that early goal in the same minute at Elche. They won by 4. They're looking for a third here. 0 in aggregate. And they want a third one here. De Paul with a nutmeg, and it would have been a foul. Advantage played by referee
Ramon Tarrats.
You know what Juan Bernat's thinking. Signed 24 hours ago. Look at the support. Nahuel Molina. Little flick.
An excellent movement from the right-hand side with Molina overlapping Simeone.
Rodrigo de Paul, Julián Alvarez, they've all been heavily involved in the early stages. First corner swung in by Griezmann.
The opposite,
You've got to work harder if you're the son of the coach. I think we'll see the got the break of the ball. Still alive. Getafe's clearance non-existent.
They're defending right now. Lack of strength, lack of clearances.
Defending is optional right now. Bother. Seriously.
You didn't miss anything.
You did.
Let's put it that way. Again, targeting Domingo Duarte. More coverage.
Well, he's been playing as a defensive midfielder, and Aldereti's been playing as a defensive midfielder. And by Sola.
Too compromised. Was attacking the
doubt. Here's De Paul.
Ball.
Giuliano.
The defense is drawing Joan Bernat, therefore there's an open space right in the middle in that
game between the under-18s and the under-15s.
Pretty much.
There's just nothing coming back right now. Antoine Griezmann with support. Julián Alvarez
Working on the ball this time instead of being Domingo Duarte. This is Griezmann's.
Giuliano. The movement from De Paul show half an hour before. Real Sociedad in action against Osasuna a couple of hours before that. Zina sets Lino on the way. Loads in the middle.
For the finishing.
I kind of expected the replay to show him scoring. De Paul. All the way through. Now,
I just hope we don't have to talk about referees anymore.
oh, no more, please. I thought Craig, it's not a bad ball in. A little layoff from Alvarez. Samuel Lino. Too easy. 3-0.
For an hour on the floor after the first. It's so easy again for him to think almost inside the 6-yard box. Too easy again. Getafe, how easy he commits, and then he stays
For Getafe. The question now is not will Atleti be in the semi-finals. This is as loud as I can remember this stadium. Uche again fires wide.
They pulled an amazing comeback.
I don't know if they had a shot on top. If they'd done this from the start, they might not be 3 goals down. Free kick, edge of the box. Now a chance to. Second half underway. Good taps on the third change that was made.
It's Peter Federico.
Peter's came through the ranks as a winger, so very comfortable playing in an advanced position. Javi Galan. The NFC's Instagram. That's why. Good little layoff there for Javi Galan. Here's the chance. Here's another look. This tells us how close it is. Oh my, wow, yeah, okay. It's close if it is. That will be, but again, too easy. It's Javi Galan, who's having an absolute field day down the left-hand side. And behind for Uche, evidence so far. And behind by Alderete. Here's Uche against Jimenez and De Paul. Good defending. There's a subjective offside when the referee gets called across. Was the player interfering or not? Many of his 11, do you think he has in his mind right now, Diego Simeone?
Oof, that is such a good question.
Yeah. Against Juan Bernat. It's a bit of an unfair race.
Simeone is designed for the second half. Look again where Samuel Lino and Giuliano Simeone are.
By Juan Iglesias. Here's Juan Iglesias. Good work from Carlos Perez. Spilled.
Ooh.
And at the
A
second.
lot of strength coming from the left-hand side. He had a wonderful season.
Score was 3-0 because Atleti's job is done
Exactly.
as long as they remain professional. And behind by Uche, worth chasing from Ramon forward.
Yep. And he's a good midfielder, box-to-box midfielder. He's been try to help you with that.
Nigerian going into the book. Robin's leg has kicked into Robin Lenormand.
He drags his foot, yeah, just to be.
He knew something that we did, but no real surprise as Samuel Lino sends it forward for Angel Correa of Domingos Duarte. Careful to pick up a booking. Oh, how about it's 4.
Doing what he does best, receiving the ball to the move, the overlap run by Nahuel Molina opens up a little bit of space. He knows that his teammate is making that effort, but that allows him to buy a little bit of extra time at the edge of the box.
You can't win a prize. Can Adelardo a couple of years ago. A lot of loyalty, and loyalty is rewarded at this football club. Here's Juanmi for Hamayoral. Goal now would only be a consolation. It might be 5 as Surlot plays in Correa, who plays in Surlot, and he does get 5.
Atleti, and what a terrible, terrible night to forget for Getafe. For you, yeah, that's Sorlo playing it to Correa. Correa could have taken a shot, but he already had scored his goal, so he said, all right, it's your time. And with his weaker foot, with the right foot, in a very similar situation in which Julián Alvarez missed a big chance in the first half.
Yeah, he did.
Sorlo scored, did his part of the job, 5-0. What a night for and yet another self-inflicted wound by Getafe.